welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don. That's right, I'm back. And I want to give a shout out to my good friend Jeremiah for doing a guest spot for us last week. I hope all of my quote-unquote fans appreciated his input on Blood Beach. If you didn't listen to his recording, you really should. It was an interesting other person's perspective on horror. Anyway, I'm back, and this week we are going to talk about a movie entitled Dead Awake, which is free on Amazon Prime currently. So Dead Awake is written by Jeffrey Reddick, who is the creator of Final Destination, which is part of what pulled me to look at this movie. On top of that, Dead Awake is about sleep paralysis, and I tend to like to watch horror movies that deal with sleep paralysis, as I find it to be very, very interesting. I suffer from sleep paralysis. I have for the last 5 or so years, and so movies that deal with it always kind of resonate really well with me. Anywho, so as per normal, we're going to break it down into 6 separate categories. Those 6 categories being story, acting, music, atmosphere, look, and creep. So, let's begin. So, this story is about a woman who has sleep paralysis, as I stated earlier. It opens up with her walking into an apartment and a surprise party for her birthday. She's got a twin sister, and she very awkwardly tells the party as a whole that she has sleep paralysis. And I'm not joking. It's pretty awkwardly put out there. She then goes to her sister because she's freaking out. Her and her sister go to see a sleep paralysis specialist, who is played by none other than Lori Petty, who I'm always happy to see in a movie. She's a good actress, and she doesn't get enough roles, in my personal opinion. And afterward, the sister gives the woman suffering from sleep paralysis bad advice, which then she proceeds to die immediately. She gets strangled in her sleep by some sort of sleep demon / hag. The twin sister proceeds to investigate, starts experiencing sleep paralysis. It's a pretty generic concept. Kind of reminds me of It Follows, if any of you have ever seen that. But I thought it was fairly well executed. The ending is a little ambiguous and wonky, and I wasn't a super big fan of the ending. But that happens. So 3.5. Initially I gave it a 4, but the ending is wonky. So a 3.5 out of 5 for story. Acting. Nothing super special, not bad, but like I said, it's got Lori Petty, which is always nice to see. So 3 out of 5 for acting, because it's average. The music, not super special, but the moments where the music is playing, it definitely draws you into whatever scene is going on at that moment. Atmosphere. So, correct. Sorry. The music, 3.5 out of 5. Atmosphere, every time that the hag shows up, they did a good job on setting up the hag's appearance. They also did a really interesting thing with the camera. Or not really the camera, but I guess the filter that they applied to the camera, where when it's from the perspective of somebody experiencing sleep paralysis or asleep, right, they come up as kind of like a blurry, fogged lens imaging around whatever you're seeing, which I felt really helps to set the atmosphere. Makes it a very distinct difference between what's real and what's not. So, because of their use of filters and the imaging, I gave it a 4 out of 5 on atmosphere. The look, the hag is designed to be creepy. It's got like model skin, wrinkles, generally makes you feel uncomfortable. There's also a scene where the first woman who died's boyfriend paints a picture of what he sees, and it was very creepy. Well done. 3 out of 5 for the look, because it's creepy, but that's it. There's no additional, scary things. It's the only real scary thing in the movie. And finally, we get to the creepy factor. So the creepiness kind of fluctuates. Some appearances of the hag are genuinely creepy. Others are not. There's a scene where a character is paralyzed and her eyes are wide open, and another character is talking to her as if she's awake, and she's just giving him the silent treatment. And I see what they were going for with it, but it just didn't help to make it creepy. So 2.5 out of 5 for creepiness. So we tally that all up. We get 19.5 out of 6. 19.5 out of 6 is 3.2-ish. So we're going to go with 3.2. 3.2 skulls out of 5. Worth seeing. Check it out. Dead Awake on Amazon Prime. I've been your host. Bye.